Vault Control is going to be a map that we're playing all year in ranked play this year in Black Ops 6, and in the CDL is going to be a control map that we're watching almost every single series, at least for now. In the opening weekend of the CDL, we had 12 matches, and we saw Vault Control in all 12 matches. So it looks like Vault is going to be here to stay long-term in the CDL. So today, I want to break down some of the pro gameplay from the opening weekend and show you exactly how to play Vault Control like the pros. And I think specifically the number one thing to watch is going to be the offenses, because obviously in defense, you just stopping them from getting on the point. There's of course strategy to it, but the offense is typically the harder thing to do on control. So let's talk right away. We're starting with the Atlanta FaZe versus LA Thieves match. And I want you to look already at what's going on down here on the mini app. Nobody from LA Thieves goes straight to the A point, right? Typically in ranked play, what you'll see is people will just run straight to the point and these guys will just get straight into gunfights. But what you'll see if you watch the mini map as this plays out, the LA Thieves guys take some routes. Hydra goes right. Number 7's going deep left, hopping up Cat. The other two are taking some gunfights in mid and on Cat. And they're waiting until they get some kills, right? Hydra gets a kill. He escapes around. He gets a BZ who's also weak here. And then they pick up this third guy here on the point. They're getting kills. He gets a kill on the side. And after they get 3 kills, right? After there's 3 dead. Well, technically there's 2 dead right now. But you can see all of FaZe are coming off of spawn down here. After they get these kills, that's when they begin to stack the point. They don't just run straight into the point and start throwing lives away in an effort to start getting an early tick or early pressure. They wait till they get kills, and then they throw 2 on the point. Number 5 pushes up, as you can see right here. Number 5 pushes up to cut right here. Number 2, who's going to try and hit through lights. And then number 8 is going to come off spawn, and he is, of course, going to pick up the left side of the map, or the bottom side of the map. He's going to cover this part of Cat right here. So they got a guy cutting mid, they got 2 guys on the point, and they got 1 guy cutting here. So after they get kills, they get on the point. That is tip number 1. That is actionable step number 1. Get 3 kills, then hop on the point before you do anything else in offense. But then right after this happens, this is actually a good note to make for the defensive side of things here. If you're Atlanta FaZe, you're all coming off spawn, right? You know LA Thieves are on the point. You know they're probably, you know it's stacked to some extent because the point's moving quicker than if there's just 1 player on it. Honestly, at the pro level, the high levels, you can probably tell exactly how many people are on it based on how fast it's moving. And you know number 5 is cutting mid right here because he just killed your teammate. He just killed a BZ. So what are you supposed to do, right? You should take a route. Either you go deep right or you go like deep across the top of the map, or you go along the bottom of the map, because if there's 2 on the point and there's 1 guy mid doors, that only leaves 1 other guy. And that 1 other guy is, of course, Ghosty. Ghosty can only watch 1 spot. He's either going to watch Cat, he's going to watch deep outer, he's going to watch top of the map. He can only watch 1 thing, right? Maybe he could sit like back here on this truck and he could watch, you know, the outer push and the Cat push to some extent, but you know he can't cover top and bottom side of the map. So if you're in the defense on this side of the situation and you know there's 3 in mid, take a route to see if you can get behind. And if you catch a good timing, or you pick the side of the map that last guy isn't watching, you're going to get behind and probably break them off the point. And then once again, we see it here. LA Thieves all come up with spawn, right? They went 4 dead. They all spawn in. They get 1 kill right there. Number 2, a BZ. Simp also drops. Envoy hops up here and he gets a kill, and they immediately put 3 guys on the point, right? They're not wasting time. They're getting people here to this point because they got a 3 dead, and especially because they only need 1 tick. That is truly, like, I mean, if offensive control came down to like one sentence, it's get kills, stack point, comma, get kills, comma, stack point, right? 1 sentence. That's all it comes down to every single time you're going to play offense on control. And that goes for any map, but obviously we're breaking down Vault specifically because it is the most popular one in the CDL by far, and is one that I've already played a ton of in ranked and seems to also get voted for a lot. But now I want to talk about how do they take the B point, right? Because obviously A is in the middle of the map. It's going to be a little easier to take if you're on offense. But how do you get B? Because especially the hardest part about B is this guy up here, number 4, who is Celium on this point. He is sitting in the top. He's sitting in top art, top gold. I've heard it called different things. He is very hard to kill, right? Because he can head glitch the balconies and he can just rain fire down on you on B while his teammates take routes through mid or hit out lower and come around the side. So how do you take B, especially with this guy up here? And we're going to watch exactly what LA Thieves do, because they do cap the B point and they do win this offense. If you did not watch this map live, they do end up losing this map, which is unfortunate, but they do win this offense, so there's a lot to take from it. So the first little thing to look at here is you can see Thieves get 1 kill here, they kill Simp, and then down low, Hydra picks up 3. As soon as Hydra, I mean, I'm going to rewind this so you can see. As soon as Hydra gets this kill, watch how fast the Thieves move to take space up the map, right? You can see where they are, right? Envoys by pool. There's 2 of them down here, or up here, I guess, at ammo. And then there's 1 underground, which is, of course, Hydra, who gets this kill. Watch how fast they go. They get this, number 5 spawns up, and they sprint immediately. Hydra gets on time. Somehow Scrap rips Celium off the heady in art, which is just insane. But they immediately take space. Envoy goes through middle, right? He could hit through left maybe and try and get into their spawn here. But being as he has 2 teammates running up street, he has 1 teammate coming through vault to get on point. Instead of taking this left route and like maybe trying to play cuts or be a little bit annoying, he comes straight through mid to try and help out his teammates, which I really like because as we're going to talk about in a little bit, the spawn kill doesn't work great on this map for some reason, or at least it hasn't worked great in the initial weekend of the CDL. But the Thieves get on the point, they eventually get killed, right? I mean, if you don't have a trophy, you're pretty much cooked. You're going to want to have a trophy and probably flak on if you want to cap points easier. But again, here's another look at exactly how to play it right. Number 6 is the only one alive, as you can see on the B point. Everyone else is coming off a spawn. There's still FaZe, couple kills coming off a spawn, but you know FaZe is here trying to cut from B point. As soon as Thieves get these kills, you just get on the point, bro. Like, I'm telling you, this is the key. Get kills, get on the point, especially when there's 4 of you on this thing. It's going to move so fast that quite literally not a single FaZe player is going to get here in time, except for potentially number 3, because he could have really been anywhere on the map, right? He could have already been mid doors and hit here a little earlier. But as soon as you get those kills, bro, get on the point. If you're not partied up with anybody, calm in game. Guys, if we get 4 dead, stack the point, because that is how you're going to win offense. All right, let's take a look at another series just so I can continue to show you what these pro teams are doing that's winning them vault control offenses. As you can see here, this is ROKKR versus LAG. This is offense where Minnesota ROKKR are on offense. And what do you notice? They're 3-man hitting cat, right? They're waiting until they get kills. Look, they get a 3 dead. You can see the kill feed. They get a 3 dead. And then they jump down off cat to get on the point. Now, Skies does get 2 here, but then Estro trades him out. So it's not as big of a stack as maybe they would like. But they did not just throw lives onto A straight away. They took some different angles, especially angles that maybe are a little bit harder to kill sometimes, because a lot of the times shooting up into cat, you're like shooting through the wall. So the people up top might have an advantage on you because they're not shooting through the wall, which is obviously not taking their damage away. So they're getting their kills and then they're jumping down onto the point. And this is something that I'm going to reiterate over and over, because that is exactly how you're going to win offenses on vault, or on any map for that case. But now I want to look at something on the offense here from LAG, specifically Kismet, that we saw a lot this weekend, and it really didn't work very often. If you watch number 3 on the minimap down here, he's taking a route through the bottom side, right? Obviously going through cat, hitting around outer palms, and going towards P4 over here. Now, what I want you to really watch is not only watch number 3, who we're focusing on specifically, but watch what's happening in the rest of the map, right? Especially in this region right here. They already have the 8 point. They just have to get B. They have almost 2 minutes. They have 1:45 left to do it. So you would think even lives, 1:45. There's been a lot of offenses won in this game. Kismet's getting in a good position here. Let's just see what happens, because like I said, we saw a lot of plays this weekend where a player would get into the back of the spawn like this while they're on offense, as you can see Kismet's doing here, and it didn't work. Like, there was a lot of times where players would get here in this position and it wouldn't result in a round victory for the offense. As you can see, Kismet's teammates, they're dying, bro. They're dying mid-map. They're trying to win gunfights. They just keep dying. They get trades. Kismet gets 1, which is nice, but his teammates just keep dying mid-map. They cannot get past the middle portion of the map. He's still here. He's still in P4, right? He's moving around, but he's still staying in the same building. His teammates are still losing gunfights in the middle of the map. Number 4 finally gets out to the vault door. Kismet gets a kill, but number 4 is eventually going to die to number 7 here. And Kismet is still here. Look at the time. It was 1:45 when I paused earlier. It's now 58 seconds. So he's been here for over 45 seconds. He still is here. It was also 22-22 in lives. He still has not died. He's gotten a couple kills, but they still don't even have any progress on B, and it's been almost a minute. Watch what happens. He's still here. He's still here. He's shooting at Geo. But look at what ROKKR do most of the time. A lot of the time, they're just kind of leaving Kiz. Like, most of that time, they sort of just left Kismet there until number 7 eventually pushed him out, like we're talking about right here. But Kiz eventually moves. He picks up another kill, and now his teammates are starting to get on the point. And what do you notice? When Kismet, well, look at the minimap here. When Kismet was standing here, his teammates couldn't get out a spawn. But when he finally comes over here, his teammates get out of spawn, and number 1's on the point, right? Number 2's finally being able to push up street. At some point, you have to move. You cannot just sit here in this building and just try to play cuts. If your teammates can't get out of spawn, you have to take action. So whether that means Kismet runs across like he did here, right? Like he runs across to Art, or he doubles back and he comes back through mid, he comes up cat and he starts gunning the guys that were down here on point, shooting his teammates. You have to move. And we saw this all weekend where people would just not move from the opposing team spawn, hoping their teammates would win gunfights. And it just wasn't happening because in a mostly 4v3 trying to break out of the spawn trap, it just isn't working for a lot of these teams on offense. So what Kismet was doing, and now you can see Linz is going down here at this point. Right now, Linz is down on the bottom portion of the map. Number 5 knows he's here because he spawned really close to Art. It just doesn't really matter because Linz isn't having any effect on the play. Just like Kismet really wasn't having any effect on the play. Now, Linz is going to die here. They do end up hunting him down and shooting him here in the back. But the real thing to notice here, and especially off this one, is this right here, you're really not having much of an effect on the play when your teammates are trying to go B. If you were trying to go A, you have a really good job of cutting off this mid cut or cutting off people that are, let's say, trying to hit through the outside of the map, right? You could watch all these angles. You can cut all this off. But all the way over here is much harder to hit those shots. It's much harder to cut people off because they just got to slide through the car, things like that. So on offense, on vault, when you're going B, don't just waste time running around in the enemy team spawn, especially over here in P4. Help your teammates out. Double back if you get in this position. Help them get out of mid because working as a team, getting 3 to 4 kills and stacking the point is how you're going to win offense. But let me know what you think about this little breakdown specifically on vault control offense. And if you want me to do anything like this in the future, it's something different I'm trying. So if this was ads, let me know in the comments. I won't take any offense to it, but maybe I'll try some more of these in the future, talking about different game modes or certain plays and maps or series that were really notable. So if you enjoyed the content, make sure to sub to the channel and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.